What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, aka the King of Soul, and today we got some Jordan 1s to look at. The Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. This is the collaboration with Travis Scott and the Chicago colorway. Before we get into the review, do me a favor, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. If you do dig the content, also hit that share button. Now, these videos that we do on this channel are strictly for review purposes, so if you do happen to have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to drop those down below. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the review. So this particular sneaker, it does come in your standard Air Jordan 1 box. Now, one of the most noticeable differences with this one here is that it actually, instead of it being black, they do have this brown mocha base, but they do still have the red Nike branding on the lid here. Now, going across surrounding the entire box, they do have more of that red Nike branding. Now, the bottom of the sneaker, it doesn't have like anything special, no Nike branding, Travis Scott, anything like that. So for those that do care about that, there you go. Now, the box label on the sneaker actually does read Air Jordan 1 High OG, TS, which stands for Travis Scott, SP, which is a special project. The colorway reads Sail Black, Dark, and Mocha. So at the end of the day, this particular sneaker, it is like consistent with most Air Jordan 1s as far as like build. And the inside of the box label is like here in red. And when I say that, I'm actually just talking about like, you know, the standard overall build, pretty much what you expect from like any other Air Jordan 1. Now, the sneaker does come double wrap. They did give us this pink paper, and it does have the Air Jordan 1 Nike and Travis Scott branding going through the entire pink packaging there. And then it does have like, you know, your standard white tissue paper up under it. Now, when you do get to the shoe, it does kind of resemble a Air Jordan 1 Chicago. And when I say that, I mean, it just has like the same color blocking, you know, pretty much like, you know, red along the panels and everything like that, white toe box. But like the thing for me on this sneaker was actually the materials that were used. So like, even though from hindsight, like, yes, it does kind of mimic the same color black, the exact same color blocking as the Chicago one. It's just like, you know, some hits on here, some features that are a little bit different, and I actually do feel like it's kind of like worth the investment. So we're going to take a look at those differences here in the video. But there you go, Air Jordan 1 High, Travis Scott, Chicago. So we're going to take a look at the right sneaker like always. And both sneakers, for the most part, they are consistent. So like everything that's like here on the right sneaker, it is here on the left. So first things first, we're going to take a look at the lateral side of the sneaker. Now, the biggest, and what I want to say, like the most noticeable thing with this sneaker, with any Travis Scott release, reverse Nike swoosh. And it does, like this time they do have it in like, you know, that black leather material, and it is kind of like a heavy tumble on it. They do have more of that heavy tumble leather going right here in white for the mid portion of the sneaker. Now, going towards the back on the heel, and then right here toward the upper of the sneaker, you do actually have some, instead of it being leather this time around, they actually gave us like, you know, this red dot suede material. Pretty decent suede. It is transitional and everything like that. And they do have the Air Jordan 1's wings logo here up at the top. Another thing that is a little bit different than what you would expect on most Air Jordan 1s, round here on the lace collar, it isn't leather. This time they actually gave us this black nylon material, and it is like, you know, some Velcro. And when you actually do remove the Velcro itself, it actually does like expose like a pocket. So like if you did want to kind of like, you know, hide, store, put things there, you can do so. And then they actually do give you a few lace options with this sneaker. So like it does for the most part come with these standard black laces, but they did actually give us this pink, this mocha brown, this red, and then they actually have this cream white sail material. Pretty decent lace options, but for me, I think for the most part, I'm just going to stick with the black ones, because I mean, it does kind of just, you know, just coincide with the color blocking of the sneaker. I'm gonna just stick with the black laces. Going towards the front of the sneaker, you do have more of that red dot suede, and you do have like this perforated toe box like always, and it is more of that heavy tumbled white leather there. Again, going towards the tongue of the sneaker, you have your flat black laces, and then the sneaker does have like, you know, this white nylon mesh tongue. They do actually have like 2 brandings on here. Now, I don't know if you really can see it right here on camera right now, but they do actually have this black tag here, and it does say, you know, have the Cactus Jack branding. But then on the top of the tongue, you do have like that tag that you do have on most Air Jordan 1s. This time they actually did give it to us in white, and it actually does have the red Nike branding. Going across the other side over to the medial side of the sneaker, it's pretty much the same build as the other side, but there are a few things that are a little bit different. So you do have the red dot leather, suede panels going across like the back heel and then the top here. This time you do have the black leather Nike swoosh going in the correct direction on this side. Now on the mid panel, it is like here they do have like more of that heavy tumble white leather, but on this side they do have like the Cactus Jack branding going like, you know, pretty much like up under the Nike swoosh. It's kind of like a watermark situation. Pretty dope text, like, you know, like to me, like, I mean, I get it, you know, like sometimes like with these releases, like, I mean, you really don't want to do too much, just like a, you know, like a logo or graphic or something, and like, you know, it's just gonna like, you know, entice like, you know, the overall makeup of the shoe. And then more of that red suede right here for the this panel, this tab here for the where the lace holes are. And then you do have more of that red dye suede going toward the toe box. Now the midsole on this sneaker, it is actually in this cream beige kind of color. It's not white, and then they do have that hit of red at the bottom there. But for the most part, like when you get to the bottom of the sneaker, you are met with this pretty much what you'd expect from like any other Air Jordan 1 bottom. So you do have like, you know, that heavy traction there, and then you do have the Nike branding at the bottom, but again, it's all in red on this sneaker here. And that's pretty much it. And then going toward the back of the sneaker, you actually do have the sicko mode branding going across like the heel there. Pretty decent sneaker, man. Like if I was actually to rate this one, like I do in all of my videos, I try to give you guys my opinion. I actually felt like this one was a 10 out of 10. First and foremost, you can never go wrong with the Air Jordan 1 and then the Chicago color blocking. Like, I mean, it's always been like, you know, an iconic sneaker Jordan release. So for them to kind of like, you know, just kind of follow up behind that and kind of just, you know, just do like some redirection with like, you know, the swoosh and just play around like with the materials that were actually used on this sneaker. Yeah, man, I just felt like it was pretty decent. So like for the most part, yeah, I don't think it's anything that they could have done differently on this sneaker. It's just at the end of the day, it's an Air Jordan 1, and like sometimes like I do be wanting a little bit more than just switching the materials. I don't know, but like I said, at the end of the day, I don't know what they could have done differently. I'm not saying that they could have done something different. It's just that at the end of the day, I just felt like, you know, it was a pretty, I'm not gonna say boring, but again, it's just another Air Jordan 1 Chicago, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. So again, 10 out of 10. As far as like, you know, comfort and sizing on the sneaker, it feels and fits just like any other Air Jordan 1. So for me, I would actually just stick true to size. I don't foresee a reason for you to actually go up a half size or anything like that. But at the end of the day, it is Air Jordan 1 comfortable. So for the most part, you already know like what you're getting yourself into. It's just another Air Jordan 1. But at the end of the day, I do want to take the time to shout out the vendor who actually, you know, gifted me with a pair of these. If you guys do want their information, definitely go over to my Instagram channel. I'll go ahead and tag them for you guys there. But again, I want to always thank you guys for taking the time to spend time and check in with me. You know, definitely keep staying engaged with me. I'm on all social media platforms. So whether if it's Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, even here on YouTube. Everything is at the King of Soul. If you have any questions, or even if you want to highlight something that I may have missed on this actual sneaker, definitely feel free to reach out to me. But before I end up getting up out of here, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a 360 like always, and then I'm going to give you a B-roll. But there you go, Air Jordan 1 High OG Retro. This is this collaboration with Travis Scott, Chicago colorway. So there is the front of the sneaker, lateral side of the right, lateral side of the left. There's the bottom of the sneaker, standard Air Jordan 1 bottom. Then there's your medial side of the sneaker. And then there's the back of the sneaker, so you still have your hourglass shape just like any other Air Jordan 1 on the back, and then you have their, the Travis Scott Sigma Mode branding back there on the heel. But again, thank you guys for taking the time to always check in. But until next time, see you.